Alright, I am once again trying a full run of ranked Dooley. And doing the same strategy again, which is starting from the core. I normally look for companion core or the core, and I did not hit them. So the thought process here is normally the first skill I pick is going to be one that increases damage, because I like to look for weapons first, and if I fail to hit a weapon, I like to have a core that can still take advantage of the skill I chose. So ultimately it's one of these two, and critical core is better because it has crit, and the other part of it, the other part of both of these is pretty much irrelevant because I'm gonna get rid of the core like as soon as I can. So these are 3 burns, which kind of sucks, but the best one, since I'm gonna be using burn, if I see one, I'm gonna be using it for most of the early game. I'm gonna take the one with the biggest number. There are a bunch of nice, maybe not a bunch, that's not the right word, but I want to look for welding helmet, so I'm going in here. I missed it. But I got power drill, which is what I normally look for, so I'm gonna buy it. And I'm gonna hope that I hit any burn on the next half of the current day. As for this, I would like to go to Kyber Drone for the feather, the one that does 3% cooldown reduction on all of your items. And what I recently learned, what I heard from someone, is you can go into here with no items and win. So let's find out if that's true. It is true. That's really neat. Didn't hit what I was looking for, but that's okay. The things I am looking for are not weapons. A small non-weapon item could be burned, but there's so many other things that I could hit that I don't want to go there. So I'm gonna just go for the XP. Now from here, since I get to choose, I will look and see if I hit what I'm looking for. And I do not, but I can roll and sell Langshan. That's unfortunate. So we're stuck with this as my start. Right, let me think for a second. This is 6 seconds, 10 damage. Not really. It's 7 seconds, and then like every 10 seconds it gets a charge. So this one is ultimately faster by a very small amount. So we still go drill instead of the core.
You should know. I'm
That's
a bit of a legend.
how weak the core is, by the way. At a 20 damage, 10-second cooldown item is better. And we have to start with that. Meanwhile, my opponent can start with a 2-second item,
All cannon, no ball.
but that's alright. So, at least if I get a friend, it could be burn. And ultimately, friend is money, so we still look. Now, I still just want to look for medium items, so this is not what I'm looking for, which means. Right. Even this is better than the core. So I'm gonna go for XP. And I have to take income this early. So now, of all of these, I cannot beat this. Because it has 400 health, I believe. And it's hitting me for 10 every 6 seconds, and I think it's gaining a 30 shield every 6 seconds as well. So that 30 shield every 6 seconds plus starting with more health plus 10 damage every 6 seconds means it's 40 on a lower cooldown than my 55-ish. And like it may be close if I had equal health, but starting with 100 less health means there's no way I beat it. So I have to go here. Because this one, I believe, is like almost impossible to lose to. It's 5 seconds. Oh, this is another one where if I had nothing on the board, I would just win because this would not attack. It's the same thing as the first day. So yeah, this one is if you get offered it, it's completely free. If you just put nothing on your board. That's an excellent skill. Right, so looking for burn here. I can't take these because I do have one brief haste, but it's not enough. If I had the friend core I would, but not that. So finally I hit what I was looking for. And this is going to be annoying that power drill is eating this skill, but it's alright. So now 10 seconds, 50 damage is not bad. 10 seconds, 20 damage is the same thing as this, except the shield is potentially more useful, I believe. I think it's conditional. It's not strictly better, but it opens up space. So I can go for a small silver item that should cost 4. And I will just take nitro and move on. From here, I would look for XP. If I don't hit XP, I don't like taking health. The number I'm going with is 200 health, which means, or no, but yeah, 200 health, which means when I am level 8. When I'm level 8, I am okay with taking this. But until then, I'd go XP, and if I don't hit XP, I go for something that gives me money, which is going to be this. Now, compared to Wallace, now finally the critical core, or any core would be good here because it actually charges. And so its cooldown is significantly less than it was before. Do I value 15% crit on this? I think I do. Is that having a chance at doing 100 is valuable, and the 10-second cooldown makes it pretty much irrelevant on charging the core. Poison is brutal here. But my burn should get there. It's close. It's just the heal. The heal, I didn't realize until recently that heal reduces both the poison and the burn values. I thought it only reduced the poison. Okay, at this point, I have the drill. When I'm level 6 and when I'm level 11, I can upgrade it. And I am going to level probably like 1 or 2 hours before the PvP fight. Which means I'm gonna have space for something, and I don't want to put in the power drill. I could put in Wallace. He's not completely useless. So I just need to find one item to put in. I'm not gonna spend money rolling. I'm just looking in the shops, and if I see small like this, I will just take it. If I think any of these fights are free, which it's possible, then it means I'm gonna do this instead of the core. The Apprentice, I believe, is more difficult than Frost Street Challenger. This guy, because of the skill he has where he reloads at half health, if you like, you're fine if you don't attack him at all, and you're fine if you kill him really fast, but if you kill him like slowly, then he's gonna use his potions and reload and like burn you down before you can kill him, probably. This guy, I believe if you're slow, you still should be able to beat him, because he's really slow. And this one is fast, so I have to go for this guy, I believe. Because I don't think I kill fast, I think I kill slow. And the burn is going to stack. And the freezes are not going to be too effective at stopping me here compared to the other. I guess the burn could have been effective against the shield, but I didn't like how the shield one, meaning the one that I said was fast, but they have a lot of health, and with the shielding, I don't know if I could outpace them. So I'm going to level up at the last hour, and I have the core to put in. So I don't need to look for anything. I'm not interested in crit skills, so I'm just going to take the free item. And from here, for junk items, if I wanted to, I could increase the burn on this. The feather stuff, I would only use for the drill. I would actually, so the problem I'm having is if I go to Curio now, I'm going to be holding what I see there. Whatever I buy, I'm going to be holding it for a long time. I'm just going to sell these because I'm going to go for the chocolate. And I don't want to spend right now. I'm going to save as much money as I can. And go XP. And put in the core. Same idea as before. This time Lanction could potentially do 200 damage, which is excellent. And this person is a lot slower than I am. Although their crit was awesome. Their lighter is a little concerning. So yeah, I hit 15%. They would have been at 100 health if I didn't hit the crit, but I believe I still would have been fine. So it didn't matter much. Anyway, at this point, I'm gonna go for some tools for later. I think this can be better than the core. Uzi is one that would be sitting in my inventory for a while. To go like Uzi, metronome, power drill, an early activator. For now, they'll stay there, and I will roll because I want to start looking for battery. Pretty much just battery. I don't care for Mivsworth right now, I think. I'm gonna go in here and see what it is. And I don't care to roll, so I'll go here. And I still have no interest in rolling. So as per usual, you tend to go here because all of his items are useful. I've changed my opinion on the toolbox after the most recent patch because you can't upgrade it. And I am saving the level 6 and level 11 upgrades for the drill, so this is never getting upgraded, which means the 5% tool cooldown reduction is not worth 2 spaces on the board. That's cool. So now there is an argument to sell battery and Chris Army Knife to guarantee, or to make it as likely as possible at least, that power drill gets upgraded. But now that I'm getting closer to diamond battery, I don't think that's gonna happen. I could still sell this though. So let's see what friends they offer. So I'm not buying this, I'm just gonna swap out this for... You know what? I'm also gonna swap out this. We're gonna do Copper Ed here. Actually, this one's better. This just needs to go somewhere on the right. Because this is going to charge very fast. And Copper Ed goes here, I believe. Not sure. So I would like, I'm gonna let Walter, so Walter would get more haste, maybe, if he's next to this, although, so it's like half the time this is gonna be hasted for 3 seconds. So half the time is gonna be at 4, so. I don't really know how to do the math very quickly. I'm just gonna say this is like 5.5. Something like that, because I'm doing half of 3 for, I don't know how to do that math quickly, but instead I'm gonna let this get haste a lot more frequently. Like probably it's gonna be hasted the entire time it's on the board in order to make sure the burn from Microdave stays active, and just to get as many small item activations as I can. Okay, so silver items is good because I have silver battery, I have silver Walter, bomb squad, and nitro. So it is worth looking in here. I hit metronome, which is excellent. So I'm hitting a lot of the pieces I'd be looking for. Just double checking to make sure I don't have any other tools. And I had a run recently with Dinosaur. It was alright, but I found that I was losing to what was I losing to? Potion belts? The Vanessa port build. So why was I losing to that? It's because I had a lot of small items on my board in order to get this activated. So I guess that's not necessarily a problem with this item itself. It's just that all the support I was using, like battery and metronome, were getting eaten, which meant this thing was too slow. So what's the takeaway from that? It's that, I mean, with the power drill build, I'm still using the small items, so what's my point? I don't really know. But another thing is that I find it really hard to scale silver Dinosaur, so I don't find it worth buying unless it's at least gold tier. Okay, so now we get to see how powerful Microdave is with this board. I think it's gonna go fairly well. I should have thought a little more, because I think Lanction didn't need to be on the board at this point. Yeah, so I need to see what else I could have put in, because this thing is not cutting it anymore. Because I probably would have been fine if I put like both of these in, like for sure. Something like that. Wrench upgraded itself. That's like the most expected thing. Okay, from here, 12 in the bank. I'm looking for drill and pretty much nothing else.
No sale.
But I don't mind getting microdave. And we move on. From what I said before, I wouldn't take these unless I'm at level 8. Is that still true right now? Well, the silver skills option is acceptable because I want to also look for defense grid. And I hit it. Excellent. So now that opens up force field as an option for a game a build around item. So now that also means I can hard focus on getting XP and health, and pretty much nothing else matters. With that being said, I'm still sticking to the drill plan because the drill can be used to potentially charge force field. Will it be better than Uzi? It depends what skills I get. Day 5, do I think income is good at this point? Well, I would like money. And the other options were not XP or health, so that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna hold this for force field. I just want to get every cooldown I can on force field. And that means that now I would go for Curio and look for the purple feather. Okay, they are getting a lot of damage on their core, so it's hard for me to beat that. I think I can do a little better with my positioning here. So we're gonna do like this and get rid of Walter. This is a 3-second cooldown. I still want... these can probably go if I find lower cooldown stuff. So small items, just to get microdave charged. I don't see that, and I don't care for regeneration, so I'm gonna go for skills. This skill is excellent. It's not gonna be active right now, but I'm not passing it up. And we got a small item shop. Plasma grenade is excellent, just to get things started. So I'll say for now, Wallace is the weakest. Virus at silver tier, I think, is not worth buying. 12 seconds is too much. I'm gonna roll. Okay, this is 4 seconds. That's excellent. And it costs 2, so I'll just trade out Walter.
You're a smart one.
And do this. So we got 4 seconds, 7 seconds still. So yeah, I don't have friends on the board, so that guy's out. This is 5 seconds. But I'm not gonna do that. Do I think I can outpace Infernal with this board? One thing I can consider is swapping out Wrench, because if I want to guarantee Uzi gets hasted on the start. And that is if I think haste is relevant on Microdave. If I don't think it's relevant, maybe I'd rather do this. Oh, well, that was weird. I do think that that last thing I just did, having the Wrench and Uzi swap haste between each other, is going to be better, because both of them are going to be charging Microdave. So at this point, do I think this burn can outpace Infernal? I only have 1,100, but I do have a starting shield. I could also do this, because this is going to get hasted. And then the Uzi is going to be slowing everything. That's another option. The biggest problem is Infernal is so strong. I don't think I need to risk it. So I'll go for Trash Golem. So at least we get to see how fast I can get the burn up. So I'm only at 60, and I think at this point I would have already been dead. Yeah, even this fight was fairly close. Okay, at this point, Wallace is out. I see no health or XP here. I could go burn cooldown reduction, which affects a lot of things, including the power drill. Over everything else, I think that's acceptable. Do I want to go chocolate bars here? It's health, so for me to do that, what do I need to sell? This is out, and then I'm gonna be wasting cooldown. Oh shoot, another thing was this needed to go on the far left with this. And then okay, so this is not going to be hasted with this positioning. But if I do it the other way, the burn gets on bomb squad instead. Like if I even do something like this, then I still can't put the battery on Microdave. Maybe that's fine. Like maybe it's better for me to just charge Nitro. Anyway, from here, do I think maybe the chocolate bars aren't worth? Maybe I should just go XP and then any health based on level or percent health option. And then I'm just still gonna stack up on money, which means I'm just gonna take this. Okay. I do still like going for skills. Tools of the Trade is excellent support for Power Drill. And just making sure everything stays hasted. Alright, let's try this out. I think this positioning is decent. I guess I have to return to the main menu. I wonder if the game is down or something. That's weird that I wasn't responding. Okay, we're good. This is really hard to beat, but if I can perma-slow it, I might have a chance. It's not happening because it's critting. Okay, so this board is still too slow. So, what can I do? I need to... I still have another chance. I'm gonna stick with my current plan.
Discounts for peace.
I was trying to look for upgrades on my current items. Didn't hit them, but that's okay.
And that's okay.
Shield skills could be a defense grid again. None of the other ones matter, unfortunately. And this can give me a feather that I would want for the force field. This is a really good feather. If I miss it, then I can't really use any of the other things. Cosmic Wind, maybe? But it's really hard for me to get crit. I know I have the crit core, but there's no way I can put that on the board. That's health. And it's at 200. Okay, I could go to weapons if I want to pivot to force field now, because my current build is too slow and I just take every chance I get
Any
at
good
finding
fights
it.
lately? I do miss it.
Nice.
And when you carry my weapon, I fight
Okay,
alongside you.
so that means I'm definitely getting out of these. I don't think drill can go on the board yet. I want this here. Both of these burn both players. I'd rather do the one that expires, because I don't want to continuously burn myself. Because if I burn myself, my shield is getting weaker. I could put power drill in now, because this hasting is a lot, this hastes, and these both are going to charge it a lot. I can observe how much it gets charged right now and see if it's better than Uzi. And I will go here for the small item option so that I get money. Ammo is amazing. The loose array is also amazing, except not in this build, but it's still nice. Cannonball. Wait a minute. Adjacent items have one more ammo. So I definitely want plasma grenade to get this ammo, I believe. And this is great as well. So now I have a ton of ammo on these. Illusoray is not good because I don't have friends on the board, so this is better. Alternatively, I can put this on the board, but these should be better right now. And I have, like, I don't see, like, the only things I'd add to the board at this point are things whose items who don't have a cooldown. Items that don't have a cooldown, like fiber optics, charging station. That's it. I do need to do this if I'm gonna sell this right now though, because it only affects the cooldown of items on the board. I could have taken battery off. In fact, I should have, but all that means is I need to find the... what's it called? The purple feather later. Okay, so this isn't going to be great because my shield is only going to be like 500. So if they attack me fast, I'm probably still losing this. But if they don't attack me fast, then I should be fine. Okay, well I'm in danger because my shield is gone and they are healing for 200. So yeah, my shield isn't big enough yet, but the idea works. So I wouldn't say the pivot was bad, it's just I don't have health right now. So I have to do this. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. It's about to be start of day. What tools do I have on the board? I have battery, power drill, and wrench, and that's it. So battery getting charged is getting a upgrade is fine. Power drill is what I'd really be looking for. Still gonna enchant this. And it got upgraded even though my game seems to have frozen. It would be very disappointing if I lose the upgrade. I did not lose it. Okay, so I still need metronome. So we take out cool LEDs. So put in metronome here. I see health, I pick health. I can now get rid of some more junk. And I have to decide. I think I do take the chocolate bars. I need to get as much health as possible, after all. As for this, I'm just taking the one that's going to reward me the most. So not having the Uzi means I have a slower start, which is worrying, but this is stronger. Like, if the force field fails, this should do significant work on its own. So the only thing I can do is take the tool and sell it immediately. And this is not a tool, so I don't have to sell it yet. Poison skills are irrelevant, so I'm just looking for upgrades on my small items.
You can't afford it.
And Nitro is only for the charge, with hopes that it hits anything but Plasma Grenade. Even hitting Plasma Grenade is fine since it has 4 ammo. Okay, Curio for the feather. I hit it. That's excellent. To make sure. So I guess it doesn't matter too much since I am hasting, so that means it is always going to activate before the battery, but I still would just want it to activate as soon as possible. This doesn't matter. Like 3 shield is not going to be significant. Crit chance is okay. Nothing else is worth buying. This is okay. This is excellent. This is crit. We'll do the crit chance. We will do the cooldowns now. We will do the slow now. And we will do the crit chance now. Alright, I don't really have anything else to do here.
We're out to dethrone a king.
So I have a slow start. If they permafreeze me, I'm in trouble. So my shield is gone, but the drill should finish.
Defeat does not defeat me.
So soon, if things go according to plan. Also, Temporal Strike. This is, I forgot about this. The only way I could get value out of Temporal Strike is if I get rid of one of these two. The only way I could do that is if I get the atomic clock.
Experience is treasure. I share
I could do this to put haste on the battery. Because the other ones don't do anything. So I think I'm going to do that. Because I think that will be relevant to get this. Because I basically, as soon as this casts, this is going to be, this should be hasted, even a small amount. Okay, also, the battery's the one that got upgraded again. So we still need the wrench to do good. I'm still gonna take the expensive chocolate. And I am gonna, since there's no health offered, I have to go for the loot. I don't have a friend on the board. Luckily, I high rolled. Because that's, the feather's the only thing the most important thing to me. Yeah, so because both of these now, so by what I did, by the skill I chose, after the first force field cast, because the metronome should be guaranteeing almost perma-haste on the force field, and the force field is giving 4 seconds of haste on the battery, it means, and because force field has slightly lower cooldown than battery, it means after the first force field cast, the follow-up cast is going to be a double cast. So this battery is a third force field attack. Okay, the only one that says health is this one, so we'll take this one. Hero merchants. What could I possibly see there? I don't know. There's a, okay. What if I see pig and get the belt? That's like the only thing I'd do. I don't see it, so the next option is Stell to see if they have any absurd tools. Or I could go Vanessa, but I'm gonna go Stell. So this is 10% cooldown reduction on tools. That's not good enough. If it were diamond, it would have been good enough. Rivet gun is good. When you use the item to the right, charge the item to the left 1 second. So I can use that instead of cannonball. To charge the battery, but that's gonna desynchronize what I was describing before. So I don't know if I'm willing to do that. So what else could I do? I could just make nitro charge plasma grenade to try to get an additional slow. Or I can make power drill charge nitro. Ultimately, like from what I'm saying, like I should just be doing this as my board if I want to consistently do this attacks into a double attack, like about like 1.25 seconds after. I don't want to do that, so instead I am trying this. It's risky, but I need to take a risk at this point. So let's see. Yeah, so the rush this time desynchronized the battery and force field. So when I say desynchronize, what I mean is if battery is activating before force field, then the force field, like it's like the battery's like kind of wasted because the battery's 4-second is less than force field's cooldown. So it's just not getting full value. I'm always going for freeze skills here. Do I have a way to freeze yet? I would take this if I had a way to freeze. Did oh wait, no, battery did battery just get diamond? I guess it did. I thought it was already diamond. Anyway, quick freeze or initial chill. The quick freeze, because I have rush, means this is a freeze at the start. So I could take this to get a charge on power drill immediately.
Things Dad's killed it. You know that, right?
Okay, I go here to look for defense grid. None of these are good. The only way sharp, so I could potentially pivot if I find duct tape. And I don't think the force field build is good enough, which it is not great while my health is so low. I think I'm gonna face an encounter that will give me a lot of gold. So I am willing, and I'm also able to sell wrench now. So I am willing to buy this in case I find what I'm looking for. Oh no. Rivet gun is a weapon. I guess that's not a big deal. Also, rivet gun is a tool. So that's probably what ate the upgrade. Okay, this says health, so I could take it. The item I was thinking of, is it a non-weapon? It's duct tape. Duct tape is a non-weapon. The problem with duct tape is I need it to be next to power drill, which means I'd have to get rid of metronome and find a different way to haste force field. And that's tricky. Alternatively, I just get rid of rivet gun, which I am willing to do. I think the... Wait a minute. No, I don't... Wait, okay. The thing I said with duct tape makes absolutely no sense. I was thinking of defensive stance. When you use a weapon, your shields gain. So no, that whole thing I just said with duct tape is not relevant. Okay, skills, because getting a defense grid is the main priority. Do I value this upgrade? I think I do. Because...
The Bazaar is a rabid beast. Be its master.
the haste, getting free haste potentially means I can get rid of metronome. Right. Is there anything I would want to change? I don't think so. We just have to go.
You do see these tusks, right?
Oh my goodness. That was really close.
Show you what I learned from this.
Okay, once again, look for defense grid. I missed it, but this is arguably better than defense grid. Is the number it gives me. I guess it's not going to tell me. Non-weapon, it'd only be charging station, but I don't think I can fit it, so I just need to go for money. That looks really pretty at diamond. Okay. I know I just mentioned gold or money, but I cannot pass up on XP because XP is health. So we just go for this guy.
Put you in freezer. Eat later. Good fighter. Impressed.
So now what? I guess what I could do if I really want money is hope I get a tool here and then let it get upgraded so I could sell it. And same exact thing here. There's the duct tape. Although I do have enough to buy whatever I see here.
This world is full of noise. You must find the quiet within.
This isn't bad. I have a lot of burn on my board, even though I wouldn't call myself a burn build. This is alright if I'm facing really fast poison. This is potentially better than Tracer Fire. So then the question is, do I value countering poison or do I value the crit? And then the other thing is, let me think about, this is 10% per item use. This is 6% because it burns both. 6%. Well, I guess it's the problem is I lose the 6% that's on here. But I feel like this is better. I just don't know if this counts as going to -50. I'm gonna assume it doesn't count.
My skills are not weapons. A blade.
Right, so this is fine in case I get freezed and this counts as a snowflake, but can I fit it on my board? Probably not, so this is out. This is never coming back because ammo's not a concern. Uzi could potentially go in, and I want those to get one of those to get upgraded so I could sell. So now I get to see if this is poison, is it gonna kill me? If it's this build instead, I should ideally just kill it first.
Another round.
I think I just got really lucky with freezing the double barrel there though. Okay, not hitting defense grid sucks, and the crit doesn't matter. This says health, so I take it. And same exact thing as before, just go for the XP.
Ice cut best. You stronger. Now it knows.
This says health, so I press it. Iceberg, I like putting in my builds, but ultimately something that is reactive like this only works if I am like very defensive, like, or like very defensive meaning if whatever they do doesn't kill me immediately, then this 1 second freeze is supposed to give me enough time to survive if they do that thing again. So it either means that like I have to first survive them potentially one-shotting me off of that item use, and then I have to survive that again or kill them. And in my case, I am trying to kill them before they even get the chance to use their first item. So Iceberg is not usable in this build, although I find it to be valuable. Gumballs could be health, but it's not what I'm looking for. It's like that one is definitely insignificant. I was just looking for a nitro charge and plasma. Okay, skills to again look for defense grid. Although this guarantees a haste on all my items, which is excellent.
As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
Because that means Power Drill also does activate on the start, and the haste on all my items means I definitely do not need Metronome on the board anymore. But it doesn't hurt because it's charging the Power Drill as well. But it basically, what it means is I can look for charging station and remove nitro and put rivet gun between these two, I guess. So because it basically, the trade-off is instead of getting a random charge, I'm getting a targeted charge and another targeted charge on the battery. So I'm trading one random charge for 2 targeted charges, which is definitely more valuable. So it's just a matter of finding the charging station. And assuming I don't die. This person is not fast enough because of the initial slow. Which I'm not sure. Was that plasma grenade? That felt so fast, that initial slow. Maybe that slow just happened at the very end. Okay. Aerodrome. If I see skills, I take it. I don't mind this one. Although I don't think it... I would imagine it's not going to be relevant unless I'm permafrozen, and then maybe the slow will break through that permafreeze and allow me to do something, but at that point it might be too late. This could be good if I get hyper focus, since my only item is power drill. Excellent. Wow. I'm just calling out every single time I want something. Alright, so it's gonna be the 4 items. And I have 4 spaces now. Wait, it's only 2, I keep forgetting. I didn't have to sell it, but I'm still taking this option. Even if it's pretty much useless. Okay. Do I look for the charging station or do I just go for skills? At this point, I'm still activating like fast enough. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say I'd rather, if I see skills, I go for skills.
Wisdom, since you have come to me.
The haste doesn't matter. I don't have a friend, so none of these matter as well, so I'm not even gonna buy it.
You are ready, you will return.
At this point, I could still find nitro and plasma grenade, so I'm gonna look. I found metronome, which is pretty much useless at this point, but it's okay. Alright. Let's see what happens. So the only thing I could think is if they have petrifying gaze. Or a slow off the start.
Bring her about. I've got another salvo in me.
So the thing that's carrying me is reserve shield. It's not even defense grid. And I guess it's also the fact that I'm slowing everything before the defense grid goes away, so they're stacking on top of each other. I'd rather take health than upgrading these two small items, so we're taking these. Do I think it's worth going to JJ? Probably not. But I don't see what else I could do.
Rapid 10.
I could have taken the XP from that middle option. Okay. In this situation, I have to think, what am I gonna lose to? And the answer to that, first, I just realized I'm wondering if I can see. I wanted to see if I could see the crit chance on it, but it's Celestial Conduit on the force field, and there's like no question about it. Because if this gets frozen, I lose. If I get Unwavering, that's pretty good for sharp corners. Okay, none of those say tools or skills or non-weapon. This was a risk. I thought this was oh, never mind. This was a random encounter. Okay, there's no way I could take Into the Void. So we leave. Go for health. Medium items is what I'm looking for. Burn skills will not be helpful. So just find a charging station. There we go. It's only one, but I think it's still worth.
Oh, delivery's free.
So the idea is we do this. We bench these two to do this. Oh, but I don't get the cooldown reduction on power drill anymore. I still think it's fine. I'm pretty sure it's gonna activate instantly anyway, but we'll see. We'll see if I made it a big mistake or not. Looks okay to me. And it should be upgraded now, unless I kept another I did not keep another tool, right? Right, seems good. So final day means I can start taking the temporary stuff. This is alright for a little bit faster crit. Definitely going for health. Do I gamble with the Void Golem again? I don't think so. So we'll go here because I think he has a plasma grenade. Unless I'm thinking of the other one. No, there's the... I think it's a trash golem? Or the junkyard golem? Who has the plasma grenade? Okay, burn cooldown is alright to take. Still looking for defense grid. If they have more health than me, I would definitely want the force field cooldown to go down, so that's a great one. Plasma grenade is a non-weapon.
Decide your deathstruments. You're listening to your
Alright, that's all I could do.
good, I guess.
And I don't think there's anything I should be changing, so let's see if I'm gonna get beaten by some shenanigans.
It makes this more fun.
Looks like I'm good, because they're not gonna be able to break my shield.
Next time, boys, less blood.
Felt like it was,
more plunder.
it looked like it was in, like, fast forward. How quickly that victory screen appeared. So yeah, that was a really high roll game. Or was it? I don't know. I mean, I got wrench and defense grid, so just that alone is a high roll. Yeah, that was really neat.